So this is not the video that I had planned on sharing originally today. Originally, I was going to share a summer clothing haul video today. But then I walked into my office this morning and I took a look at this closet back here and was completely floored. I did not know that my kids, I don't know which one or both of them, had been in the closet, into the books, put all the books into the floor and markers in the floor. I was gonna go in there and clean it up, and I thought, no, I'm not, because I already plan on going through all those books anyways. So that is what we are going to be doing today. And side note, before I share the closet back there, my voice is not all the way here. I get this every single year in May, like clockwork. I don't know if I'm allergic to grass pollen or what, but every single year I get the sore throat, allergies, and I lose my voice. So this is about day 5 on all of this, so I sound really raspy, so I apologize for that, but bear with me because I wanted to get this filmed today. So this is my office closet. You guys know I have organized this several times, but look at this. That box needs to be put up. I don't know what they have been doing in here. I don't know why they did not pick all of this up, but look at all of it. Just hanging out in the floor. So, oh, look, we got books just coming off the shelf. So, I had already planned on getting in here and going through all of these books anyways. See all of these? I've got sale stuff in here too. Oops. So, all these books, we're going to take all of them out. And we're going to sort them. I'm not going to keep them all, you guys. As much as I really want to keep them, I know that that's just really not, that just really does not need to happen. So you might wonder why I have even decided to do this. And there's a few reasons why. Number one is, in all honesty, do we really need all of these books? No. How many of my books from my childhood did my mom keep? She kept a lot, and then as we went through the years, I remember, like, I think it was in high school or college, we went through, and y'all, my hair's looking like a complete mess today, but you know what? This is real life. Organizing, I don't get dressed up, so I'm not getting dressed up to film today. So we went through them several times as I was growing up, and I got rid of books. Now some of them I wish I would not have gotten rid of, like my Babysitter Club books. But in all honesty, the ones that I really wanted I did keep, and I actually still have them on my shelf. So I'm like, my kids don't want all of these books. So I'm going to go through there, and Kate, there are books that Kate wanted to read, but I know Derek doesn't want to read. He doesn't want to read princess books and all of those things. So, Kate is at the age where she doesn't need the lower level books. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to go through there, and we're going to pull all the books out. I'm going to make some separate piles. Like, there are books that we're going to keep downstairs that will be for Derek and Kate. There are books that I'm going to put upstairs, I think, if I have any of those, for books I know they want to keep that have sentimental value to them and they're going to go back and look at later. We're going to do, the third one is going to be donation, and those are going to be books that are not AR tested. So I'm actually going to put a link in the description below where if you have kids that do AR, accelerated reader at school, you can go and check to see if a book is AR tested. So those are basically the books that my kids will want to keep because they get rewards at school for getting AR points. So if they're not AR tested and they don't want to keep them, I'm going to donate those. Now any books they don't want and they're AR tested, I'm actually going to take them to school with me and keep them in a bin. Because from time to time I have kids, even though they're in 7th grade, that may be a 0.5 points behind on their AR goal, and it is for a grade. So they're always looking for little short books to read to add to their AR points. So I'm gonna have a bin in my room for them to pull from. Yes, I know I'm keyboarding, but they do get, since I do have computers, they do come in and take AR tests. So I want to have a bin of AR books for them. So that is what we're going to do right now. We're going to take all these books, pull them all out, and get them all sorted. Okay, this is going to be a gigantic undertaking, and I kind of feel all over the place. So the first thing that we just did after trying to determine what this chaos was is I've pulled the Dr. Seuss books and the Golden books. I'm going to put those to the side because I know we want to keep those. Those are definite keeps. So now I think I am going to do some looking up of the AR points to see which ones are AR tested, the ones that we will keep for Derek that we know he will want to read, and put those in a bin next. Okay, I'm now finished with all of the sorting. I had to look up probably about a third of the books to see if they were AR tested, and I now have everything sorted out, and it roughly took me about an hour. I don't think it took me longer than an hour, probably an hour, because I had to look up all of the books. But if you knew all of your books and if they were AR tested, or if you care about that sort of thing, it probably would not have taken you this long. So everything's good. I have a nice pile of donation. I have a few books that I'm going to take to school. Then I'm going to share with you what is going to go back into the closet. So we're going to start with these two piles here. This small little pile on the left will go to school with me, which is only about 4 books. But as Derek goes through school, I will add more books to my classroom for testing, because there are some books that he will test on. But you guys, he's not going to want to come back and have some kind of sentimental value to those books. This is the entire stack that we'll be going to give away. None of these books are AR tested, so I'm going to donate all of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to give them to Goodwill or to somebody's home. I'm not sure yet. Then I found that random birthday thing in the closet as well. So, I mean, that's a nice pile that I will be getting rid of there. And then these are all of the books that we will be keeping. So I'm going to go through and share with you all of them that are here. This pile on the left, I'm actually thinking about putting all of these books in the living room in Derek's little caddy, because these are all really good books. They're all of the storybook, the Disney storybook collection books. Like we have a Playhouse Disney one, we have a Christmas one, Avengers. So these do get read. Derek loves the Avengers one, so my husband reads that quite often to him. The nighttime routine for Derek, normally Nathan, my husband, does, because sometimes he doesn't get to spend as much time with Derek as I do, especially during football season. So the putting to bed is like a thing that him and Derek do. So sometimes that involves reading books, so they will pull from these books normally to read to him. So I might actually put these in the living room because when they're in the closet, you don't know they're in there. Like, I did not know which books I even had until I pulled them out of the closet. So I'm thinking about putting those in the little book caddy in the living room. So I'll show you that once we get everything done. The next two organizers here are the AR tested books. And here's the thing. These two organizers do not match. You guys, you do not have to have a Pinterest-worthy organization system. Most of mine in my house are not ones that you will find beautiful photos of. Because why do I want to go out and purchase new organizers just so they match when I have perfectly good ones sitting at my house that I could use? These are going in a closet. Nobody is going to see them. So, just my little tip for today. So, these are all the smaller books. These are all the larger books. So, both of those will be tubs of books. And you guys, I can probably just right here, probably 80 to 90% of these books, once Derek reads them, like Kate has already AR tested on all of these. So once he AR tests, he'll be in first grade this next year. A lot of these books he's gonna want to give to my classroom because he's not gonna wanna read them again. Like this. I don't think I Like Fish is going to be one of his like favorite books of all time that he is going to remember and want to have when he's 30 years old. But he does have books that I can tell you in here. Where is it? That he will want to keep, that do bring memories. For me alone, bring such good memories because I remember reading it to him as a child. He laughed so hard. Please, Mr. Panda, my son loves this book. And there's not a whole lot of words to it, but he will laugh and laugh and laugh. So this will be a book that we keep. So you don't need to keep 50,000 books. Keep the ones that your kids love and will remember and will want to pull when they get older. For example, you guys, this was one of my favorite books growing up. I do not know why, but I loved it so much. And y'all, I've always had this fascination and love for Alice in Wonderland, and I do not know why. But this was one of my favorite books growing up. I did not know my sister had it. I mean, look, you can choose your direction in this book. I did not know my sister had this book. I was going to purchase it, see if I could purchase it online. And I went to her house a few months ago and she had it. And I actually think this is my book. Like, I don't think that she repurchased this book. I think this was my book. And she had it and she gave it to me. So if your child has one book that was truly their favorite, you don't need 50. Because this is truly the only one I could have, and that's all I needed because this meant so much to me as a kid. So enough with my soapbox there. So those are AR tested. Then you've got the stack of Dr. Seuss books that are tested as well. But you guys, I keep Dr. Seuss books. I kind of collect them. And then the golden books. So we collect these too. So these will be kept no matter what because they're so special to me. And y'all, some of these in here, my mom, they were actually my mom's. Like this was my mom's. Scamp's Adventure. I mean, look how this was like back in, I don't know when this was made. Look, 25 cents for a book. Some of these, most of these were mine as a child. Some of them I have purchased my kids, like this one is, can't remember if it's Derek or Kate's. So some of them are mine, some are my mom's, and some I have purchased for the kids. But you guys, I've always loved golden books. So this is kind of a collection type of item here. We will always keep these, we will always keep these. These, some will go, some will stay, and then these we will keep. So that is all of the books that we are keeping. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to put those stack in the living room, and then we're going to put all of these back in the office closet, and I'm going to show you all of the space that we now have. This is the little book caddy in the living room. It sits right under this little green table in the living room. This was in Derek's room and we moved it in here. You guys, this was not purchased. It was made for Derek. So look, all of these books, the bedtime story books, were in the closet and we had no idea what we had. So now we can see them every time we walk in here. If he wants to read a book, he knows which books are available, so he doesn't have to go dig through the closet, which he's not going to do. So he's got plenty of space on the sides to add more books if wanted or if needed. So that just looks so much better. It's in here where we can see it, so we know that we will read those to him now because we actually know we have those. And now we are in the office closet. So all of that is now picked up, and all of the markers that were down there, I put those back on Kate's desk so she can put those up. And here are all of the books. And you guys, look, we have those 2 shelves down here that are now empty. So all of those contained books before, but now they don't. So now some other things can get housed down here if needed. So look, that looks so much better. And I just stacked those there. I didn't feel like they needed an organizer. Let me zoom out. There we go. So we've got the golden books. We've got AR tested books, and then the Dr. Seuss books. So you guys, it's all organized, and we have all of that space down there that we can put something else if we need to. So I'm so happy that I went ahead and got this task done. It feels good to have it done. I've got some things going to the school. We've got some things out, some books out for Derek in case he wants to read them, and we've got a whole 2 stacks to donate. Another project that I can check off of my summer organization to-do list. It feels so good to have all of these books gone through, organized, and to have the 2 stacks to donate. I love to donate anything. Books, clothes, houseware items, you name it. I love to declutter and give to the less fortunate. So I'm so happy that we've got 2 stacks of books to give to people that need them more than we do. So the common question is going to be today, what type of books do you have a hard time of letting go of? Or which books do you always keep when you are decluttering books in your house? Let's get a conversation going. I would love to know your opinions and the books that you keep in your house. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it to more people, which means more people will see it and our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys. Lord, that looks, what is up with the coloring? My face looks red. Hey, no, don't put those right there. Put those in the middle of the floor. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you give it,